Hello everyone. Welcome back to another session of Curse of Strahd. Last time on Curse of Strahd. You had recently beaten up some of the gargoyles that had caused you grief in the past and headed over to the village of Barovia, having cured Doru of their condition by not making them quite so weird. You then began the session by pulling out something very fascinating. You pulled out the giant corpse ball, the little miniature corpse star of sorts of Zudan that you had gotten from the ghost dragon. And that is when Linnea said, "I would like to eat it." And the rest of the party said, "I think this is a good idea. I also, collectively, as the party, would also like to eat this corpse-like ball of material filled with dark power. Nothing surely could go wrong." You seasoned it up with a perfect natural 20 on that Cabal. You didn't know that you could make rotten meat taste good, but here we are. It was a corpse, and you made it good, of course. So, heading over back to Argenvosholt, you set up inside the dining hall, and then decided that the dining hall was the improper place to eat a meal, and instead went over to the throne room, which is a much better place.
For clarification, we didn't decide that. Fenrir decided that he didn't want none of it, and we were like, but you won't provide us with paladin dimensions, so just in case we want to be near you. So we had to eat in the throne room.
I accept this revision to the testimony. You headed up to the throne room.
Chose to go to the throne room.
The party chose to go to the throne room in order to join their lovely companion Fenrir up there, who is gazing out into the distance from the throne chair. As you all consumed the various aspects of Zidane that you had right there, something perilous began to happen. You found your bodies beginning to gravitate toward one another and attempting to fuse into a corpse star. Most of those affected were able to get away, but Linnea and Andraste decided to stay, and through the beautiful fusion that is the beginnings of a corpse star, Linnea's entire essence was fused over into Andraste, who now has aspects of a white dragon and some of the flight power granted from the dark power from earlier. Andraste now has various draconic features all across their body, including an ability to fly as they protrude out wings of blood from their back. From there, you all headed over to Vallaki after very briefly mourning the death of Linnea and investigating more about this figure von Richten, who you heard about. This brought you back over to the village of Barovia, where you found their wagon, dispelling it with Cabal's help. You found documents of various sorts that seemed potentially useful, and also, the last thing that happened was that Cerisa, you contacted Walter, the Death House, about whether or not, contacted Rose at the Death House to see if there was anybody over there, and the last thing that happened was they found von Richten there, in the bog. Whew, that was a long recap, sorry.
It was a lot of stuff we did last week.
Surprisingly, yeah. Irina kept the periapt of positive energy, Fenrir.
I see what you mean.
They had taken it with them when they had been voluntarily whisked away to Strahd's castle. Voluntarily in very large quotation marks.
Alright, guess we're just continuing the plan, gonna continue to follow, or at least find von Richten.
We found him.
I think we found it, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, now that we found him, let's go find him. Because yes, we may know his location, but we technically are not next to him.
We teleport. Yeet. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah, I thought we teleported in last session.
Basically, yeah.
I think I
that's-
said I wanted to, but I think Jay
Okay.
was like, "You have to wait till next session because."
Yeah, because it was a dramatic. It's called dramatic, dramatic narrative tension. Excuse me. But also I didn't have it ready. So you teleport over to Walter over at the Death House. It's been a while since you've seen him. Their earthen sack of sorts was quite a bit away at this point, right? It's already folded down into the mud, and you just kind of see them just holding their position, or kind of look like they are posturing aggressively over in Von Richten's direction, who is right there, having poked their head out from one of the trees.
He's just hiding in a bush.
As you all teleport here, sure. It's beans, nice.
Be nice. Like,
Well, let me go move those beans somewhere else. I'll place them in the corner, sure. Anybody else who is going to be placed down there, go ahead and place yourself.
Were you laughing at the beans? Cabal?
Hope not.
I think beans are pretty funny.
Beans are kind of funny. It's kind of inherently funny, really. Just
Yeah.
by their nature.
Sound awfully quiet.
Alright, you teleport in, and... Yeah, you teleport in.
Wow.
have we had a long rest yet since Linnea died?
No,
not since Linnea died, I don't think.
Not after Linnea had died.
Before
don't
Linnea
think
died,
so.
yes, but
Well, we have had a long rest since the clown fiesta, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
We had a long rest afterwards, but we did not have a long rest before. I guess after the Linnea experience.
Okay,
Was there-
cool.
Was there 8 days remaining, or 9 done?
9. That's what I thought you said.
9.
Okay.
Yeah,
Next, I think it's
Cool.
9.
Just double
9 last
checking.
time we checked.
Nice.
But yeah, just before we do like any of this, Penril has a trade offer. I will exchange one use of the wish spell on whatever you'd like in exchange for 11,694 gold.
why don't you wish?
Bargain.
Just take it from the. Wait.
You wish
Gold?
me back my wish, thanks.
I don't know if that works.
What if you
Question mark
wished for
P.
one of the party members to give you gold?
Then I just wish for gold instead.
Wait, yeah, why don't you just wish for gold instead?
Because you can get gold and
Because-
then from somebody else, since we already have it, and then wish for whatever.
Exactly.
Why?
Honestly,
because-
I can generate unlimited amounts of gold, so I can give you however much gold you want.
Can you
The
generate
only
unlimited amounts of gold?
thing is
Trading allows
time.
you to consume beyond outside of your production possibility frontier.
Those are a lot of words that I didn't understand.
I heard someone else say something.
How are you
Cool, so
generating
that-
unlimited gold?
Touch Infinity.
Money can be
So you
exchanged.
do
for
technically have 1,000,000 gold.
Okay, cool. Then if someone would like to bankroll me, would be forever in your debt,
Be
But not
federal
really.
sugar daddy or sugar mommy.
whichever works.
I mean, yeah, you can just have however much you just ask for.
Okay, cool. Many thanks. Then just before, I'd like to buy a one of the dragon masks. And then that's we like dragon masks.
Oh.
Oh wait, are you gonna stack 2 of them?
Can you do that?
Can you
I don't
do
think
that?
I don't think you
Yes.
can wear
Tell me
2 of
again.
the same mask.
No. When you have 2, they combine and they become a much stronger item.
Oh, that property, right?
Yeah, that property. Dragon Master do indeed have that property.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I did not know that, but I don't have enough gold. I don't have enough gold for, or just about enough for one.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't have enough gold for another one, but I don't know.
Yeah, no.
We'll see if whoever doesn't use their gold right before the big battle, maybe we can get another one.
Yeah. One's enough for now, anyway. Anyway, as I need to research which mask I'm getting.
Fenrir has made a trade deal. And has exchanged quite a sum of gold. I don't know how y'all organize your gold. Presumably you have bags of holding or the like that have like a certain amount of gold kind of written on the side. Kind of like, you know how in banks they have dollar symbols on the side of them? Their
Yeah.
bags. It's like that.
But we put
Can
the dollar
confirm.
symbol on all of our bags just to
Yeah, just
you
to
know,
confuse people.
Nice.
There's no dollar in the Forgotten Realms though, so we need like a different symbol. It's just like a
You know,
little
it's the
gold
gold
coin
standard,
symbol.
okay? Have you noticed we don't use silver or copper here? They decided to phase that out. It's like how we're trying to get rid of the penny in America. They did that. Over the last
I'm
500
pretty
years,
sure
too.
I have silver sitting in my bank of holding at the moment, sir.
You know how
Speaking
people
of
can have
gold.
pennies even though they're useless?
Hey, they're not useless. I use them to make wishes.
I use silver to bribe the dragon.
Oh, true.
You can buy silver, yeah, that's true.
Silver has a more pleasing color than gold anyway.
Silver standard is next. Okay, got it. That way we can work with even larger denominations of money.
Your next campaign, silver only.
Actually, that could be a way of being able to distinguish between the amount of like attunement versus non-attunement stuff to purchases.
Excellent.
Like having silver and gold be discrete forms of currency that don't actually overlap. Huh. Food for thought. Anyway, the trade deal has been completed as you teleport in.
How
The
does,
instant
Alright,
Yeah.
go ahead.
the instant that Von Richten notices that you are there, they are booking it.
Okay, let's go. Eat, boys.
Yeah, or rather, they are attempting to
Here we
book
go
it.
again.
How
Here we
fast does he booking it?
go again.
Because I'm fast as fuck.
I'm sure y'all are fast enough to get them.
I think we are all fast enough. Hang on, I moved. Wait, do we roll initiative or like?
Yeah, you know what? Sure, let's go for it. Seems to make the most sense.
I just rolled for Zionist. I'm so sorry. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I rolled for Zionist. What? Why does that say 17? It's 32. I think my macro is borked.
Yep. Maybe your advantage is actually rolling disadvantage.
So what exactly are we trying to do right now? Like what should our first line here be?
I'm thinking we're just trying to apprehend him. At least I
Have a chat.
hope.
I'm thinking this guy is an ally, but
He just doesn't know it yet.
He's
We're gonna
like
make
one
him.
of those, yeah, questionable. Like, we have the same goal, but I don't know who the heck you actually are, kind of shit.
Look, it's Slodar.
Hey, he kills vampires. We want to kill vampires. There we go, easily.
Like our interests are aligned.
Why can't I measure?
It's Slodar.
You have to give me a moment. I had to reload roll 20. Give it a hot second.
Hi. Oh, my measuring tool is borked.
Can you have 1 and 2 behind me?
Yes, just give me a moment. It's busy, unworking itself. Yeah, like I scroll up and down on this map and I'm zooming in and it's not updating anything. I can't actually move any tokens at the moment. It might need a moment to load.
My roll 20 is extremely slow suddenly as well, so.
Perhaps it's an extension thing. Let me see if I can. I'll just turn them off for now. I can live without them for now. Thankfully, everything I've needed to import, I've imported.
My ruler is broken though. Let's see. Oh yeah, the extension is just broken. Fuck.
It might be, yeah, because I think that they had to do it. They did an update today.
Okay.
Well, that's right.
I'm turning it off for now.
Nice.
This is the struggle of modular things. Alright, I've refreshed. It's loading up right now.
Oh yeah, it's way faster. That's the extension thing.
Cool. Okay, there we go. Now I can actually move. Hey, look, even Wonderkin moved. Let me see if this roll's correct then. That would be okay, and oh right, it doesn't auto sort right now because that's an extension thing. Okay, there we go. I have their initiative order has been rolled.
Wait a second. I didn't roll initiative.
All right. Von Richten got that 43 over on their initiative, and they will act.
Whoa, he's jacked.
Wow.
They rolled an 18. I had to roll it on the GM layer, but they rolled an 18 on their
Wait,
initiative.
so no one.
Wait,
Wait,
So-
I thought someone. Wait, doesn't Diana have alert?
I do.
he might have alert too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but Diana could be
Diana
that,
hasn't
right?
rolled.
Initiative, yeah.
Oh,
All
no.
right, Diana, you may be the only person who gets to move before them. Go for it.
Wait,
43.
I'm gonna use
Check,
Flash of Genius. I'm gonna use Flash of Genius to make it a
wait,
49.
wait. It's not on my actual thing. I have to reroll anyway.
Oh,
Oh shoot, that's true. But you still do get the Flash of Genius, which may be enough. How much
Yeah,
is
I
it?
mean,
Or
it's a
D2.
it's a +7, so.
Oh, it's a
Wow.
+7. Oh,
Just
that's
enough.
enough.
All right, that brings you up to 44,
No.
Diana. You, Von Richten is already weaving together some kind of sign. You can already see that their hands are in motion to cast something. You get to move before anybody else, Diana. What will you do?
Where is he?
I think.
Are
This
they
one?
to your left? Yes.
Okay.
He's trying to
Hold
book
on a
it.
second.
They're,
Jump
they're
on Zynus.
185 feet from you.
I don't
Well,
need to go all
Zinus
the way
can't
there,
move, so.
Okay.
but I do. I could just like make him stop with a charisma. With a charm spell.
Unless he's immune to charm. Well,
He's a vampire.
Which
hunter.
one was
It's
that that
entirely
works
possible.
on human knights? Dominate monster or hold monster?
Both. But yeah,
Fair
we don't know what he's immune to is the problem.
Well, I will try it.
But do you have any
I'm
spells
going
that aren't like? Yeah, what other CC do you have that?
I don't have any other CC.
Yeah, okay. Well, you got what you got, right?
okay.
I will try to hold monster him.
Okay, do you have the range to cast from here?
Yeah. Well, I don't. I have distance spell, so. Just say what's on your mind. It's free. It's so free. It is a wisdom saving throw, and it's a 30. 29.
Alright, they will go ahead. You see that Von Richten does get affected initially by this. They will go ahead and make that wisdom save.
Oh my god.
Dang.
Plus
The guy's
24.
stacked.
He's pretty good at
Plus
those.
24, dude.
Motherfucker's
hold on.
wise AF.
He's a genius.
He's
Okay,
wise.
hold on.
as
I
fuck,
have
boy.
other things I can do.
Oh god. You know, given how stacked he is, it's entirely possible he has legendary resistances too.
I will also feeble mind.
Oh my goodness, we're not trying to wait.
I'm sure he's not going to take that as a negative sign of our intent.
I don't know about how hurting him.
It doesn't hurt him. Oh, it does.
The target
It's only
takes.
46. Come on.
Can they not
Go
take
ahead.
damage and just make the thing that makes them dumber?
Roll it. It's a
Oh god.
what
Alright,
is it?
give me
An
just-
intelligence save?
Give me just a moment.
Hold on.
If
Is it an
Fenrir's
intelligence save?
thing-
Yeah, it's an
An
intelligence
intelligence.
save.
Enro's thing is saves only, right?
Yes.
And let me check one thing real quick.
Closer up and down.
Okay, yeah. Alright, so it is a intelligence save, you said, right?
Yeah. Give me wise and intelligent. Come on. Right? Right? Right?
I'm just checking one thing.
Motherfucker gonna leave. Doesn't he know that he wants us? We want the same thing. Help us, help you, help us, help you.
Alright, they'll make the intelligence save.
Can we talk out of initiative?
Yeah,
Alright.
you can.
Oh.
There we go.
Alright. It goes through, and they will in fact use a legendary resistance on that.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
I had a
Alright,
feeling.
I'll do one more thing and say I don't actually want to fight you, and I'll end my turn.
We'll call out the name Slowdar. Wait.
Yeah, I'll say slow down, I don't actually want to fight you.
I just
Alright,
cast
you-
all these really damaging spells against you. I don't want to fight you. I swear.
I was trying because I saw him doing something, so I didn't wanna.
Yeah, it's on their turn when you see what it is that they were just about to cast. As you hear the name Slowdar over from Cerisa over there, and they go, "Oh, it is all of you." As you kind of get, with your expertise, they didn't have to do many words before you kind of saw what they were about to cast. They were about to cast Word of Recall.
No, we're trying to book it. I knew it.
He was gonna
Word
try
of
to
recall.
cast that.
I'm hoping that this is a misunderstanding, and that's the reason why you did that. Otherwise, I'm finishing this. Your hands are like mid-cast; they're ready to go.
I will say to him, I wasn't sure what you were trying to do. I just wanted to make you stay.
Well then, if we're all willing to drop our arms here,
I will
Slowly.
in fact drop my staff.
Atreus didn't even have his. It wasn't
Yeah.
even bardanishing his
Same.
lens.
get a good look over at Von Richten's form here. You see that they have a cane of sorts that they're keeping steel-toed boots of some sort and a very spiffy jacket that seems to have a lot of technological components embedded onto it. With their glasses there, you can't see their actual eyes behind them. They're like sunglasses. but in the dark. They drop their cane onto the ground. See? Hands open, hands up. We pose no threat to each other, is that correct?
Correct.
Now
I do have
kill 'em.
movement speed. May I use it? It's not my turn anymore, but I wanted to move.
Initiative would have to end, and that means that nobody is willing to be aggressive any longer. Is that true?
I believe so.
I'm not aggressive.
Yeah, I'm
Yep,
not
yep.
trying to be aggressive.
All right. In that case, initiative has ended as von Richten just goes. All right. Keep some distance still. It's just a matter of personal space, a personal bubble, if you will.
They immediately.
As Andraste immediately runs forward, as you get closer, they like step back. They're like keeping like a little zone around them.
I can cast the
bubble.
shield that protects him if he wants.
Well, hello, Slodar. It's been a while.
Well, it
Guinea was
seems.
looking over for you.
I apologize to the lad. I had grown to like them, and that was a problem. Are they better now?
Given
He's
what happened to
better.
him last time, yes, he's currently better.
Why did you
by
leave?
any chance, any idea as to why that happened to him?
Before we continue this conversation, could you do something about that? It doesn't seem to be super menacing. As the house is getting closer.
I have no control over that.
Cereza will go over and tell Walter it's okay.
Walter throws a little tantrum and spins to the other side and just like looks away.
Walter. A pat somewhere on the roof, I guess.
They just kind of stomp their feet over on the ground in the water and just.
He's not aggroing it.
No, they're not being aggro. You can tell.
He's just
I get
throwing a
who.
little baby tantrum.
Yeah, they're just throwing a little fit. you kind of grown accustomed to how they are at this point. There's still a baby on the inside. And not quite a baby on the outside.
I will say to Slodar, I am sorry about the spells.
It's okay. It's not my first rodeo or something like that. That's certainly not my last.
Also,
Okay.
look, this bush here, and this bush here, and this big one here makes a smiley face.
Nice. Alright. If we're all... inside. You see Rose stick their head out of one of the windows. I'm okay.
Okay.
You just kind of see that they're phasing right through Walter, kind of at will whenever they feel like it. Oh, easy now. A little bit more space right there. No, I don't mean to be on too on the paranoid side. Just making sure that we're all on the same page here. This, you are familiar with this? That wasn't in my notes. As they're pointing over to Walter.
We
I
are.
would say we're very, very familiar with it, but some of us are. I would not say I'm too happy with the current outcome of it.
And to my knowledge, you have been here a few times. Why is that?
Well, then I suppose in the interest of full disclosure, if we're all bringing our allies here, I have one over. Well,
Why the fuck am I at low health? What the fuck?
that is actually strange. It's
That's probably
69
because
too.
you were-
Nice.
That's probably because you got shredded from the.
Yeah.
Yeah,
From
you
the,
lost You were missing exactly. No. I don't think you have unless you.
You are
unless
not
took a
healed
short
up.
Rest, you're not healed.
Am I not healed?
No, you
No.
lost 100 HP from the
Black hole.
consuming void. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
That whole thing. Those are shenanigans.
Yeah, just
Uh-huh.
just a little bit of black hole.
But we did have a chance to take a short rest at least, right?
I don't think we did take it.
Oh yeah, you did. If you
I
were
thought
not,
I raged short rest when I
yeah, they rage short rested after it turned out Cabal could just kind of
Okay.
dispel
sure,
magic
I
infinitely.
can give you a few cure wounds. I don't think it'll put you to full, but
Well, I could also use what is it called? Thingies.
Nice.
That's not that helpful,
It
as
does.
it turns out.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can use
Um,
it, dice. My cure wounds are free though.
Send me some.
Okay. Hmm. Does anyone just see nothing and okay?
Yeah.
Not just me.
Nothing
Okay.
happened.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
I'm to roll them the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, as you're rolling that, you can
How
handle that
many?
on. You can handle that to however many you'd like. Just handle your own healing there. As
Okay, yeah, I'll tell you 1 second.
all right. As Von Richten goes, "What for having our associates all surrounding us? I have one to bring over to. They've been. Oh, you can get over here. An associate of mine who I had called in, as moving quite briskly, is what seems to be a wood elf who maneuvers through the trees with quick
Oh, it's Katarina.
footwork.
That looks nothing like Katarina besides the hair. The red hair.
By that logic,
Okay.
Rose is Katarina.
Yeah.
It's
I
Katarina.
wasn't happy for you.
Hello. Sir Richten, who are these people?
You could consider them acquaintances that I had met while I was over in Valaki. Of sorts. We have just got off on the wrong foot here. You could set down what you were planning to do.
I see.
Killer.
Yeah, you see that even as this individual moves outward here, that Von Richten kind of moves away from even them.
Oh shit.
We're social distancing here, guys.
Now, I'll clarify that what's going on here with our grand folks here. They seem to be familiar with what I was investigating here that I had messaged you about. It seems that they know about this house that I had been planning to employ in a veritable fashion.
Oh, I see.
You're not employing Walter in anything without our consent.
Alright. Well,
Without his consent. We don't own Walter.
Well, Walter's far too young to make any sort of consent, so as far as I'm concerned, he's not going to be used for anything.
Exactly.
wait, you were saying that this thing has a definable age. I assumed
He's
it
a
was
baby.
the baby. And you're saying they
Yep.
grow bigger.
Yep.
No, as in the house is inhabited by a spirit of a child.
Oh, one of those situations. That makes significantly more sense. I should properly introduce myself then. Von Richten at your service, hunter of all things of the supernatural, but predominantly those of the hostile variety. I've been investigating all of your activity and have been in Valaki for quite a bit, as you had noticed, under the guise of Slodar. I hear breathing.
Rose, we can hear you breathing.
We can
How
hear
is
you.
it-
Stop breathing!
I was moving
Stop
Yeah.
Please kindly stop breathing, thank you.
I was in Valaki looking up information of sorts, information gathering. While I was out here visiting the temple of the Morning Lord, I happened to hear rumors about a house that had apparently grown legs and moved out of the village. Following up on that lead, I encountered this and it seemed friendlier than I was anticipating. Its hostility was very much more muted than its appearance would suggest, not the first time of the sort. I felt that it was appropriate to make contact with it and see if there was a way to befriend it, especially after keeping watch over at what's been going on at the castle, which it seems that you are all somewhat familiar with as well.
You seemed quite informed on the matter.
These watchful eyes of mine never miss thing. As you see, I'm quick onto their glasses.
Well, you pretty much have nearly the full story, though I guess you're still missing some key details as to what exactly is happening there at the castle.
Then perhaps an exchange of knowledge is in order. You tell me what you know, I'll tell you what and then we can depart on our own merry ways to handle our own activities.
Departing would be nice, though. I think we're here mostly because we kind of do need your assistance.
Unfortunately, chap, I work alone. For the most part. The associate even over there, I'll had to call it a favor. Call it one of the life variety.
Well, let's just say that our whole world is about to soon disappear, kind of.
So that's what's going on with the souls that are currently heading over to the castle proper. That damnable Strahd is up to something yet again.
What exactly were you planning to do with the house?
While investigating over at the castle and keeping a large eye scouting from some of the trees, I was able to see that there was a particularly large walking hut of sorts. Not the first time I had seen one, but it was certainly one of the largest I had ever seen. Fearing that it perhaps was the predominant defender of that keep, I was considering seeing if this house here would be befriended enough to be able to tussle with it, should some kind of intervention be necessary. But it seems that's not happening. Even I'm above the employ of infants.
Yo, baby fight though.
I believe there are
Well,
other ways to take care of
We
that.
do know. I do
other
believe we know
abomination.
the other house. Its current resident as well, actually. Should have killed him when we had the chance.
And do you know of any way of being able to stop it then? Otherwise, what entirely is your plan, as I've specified what mine's been thus far?
Well, first off, we intend to stop Strahd's plan, but we don't intend to kill him, to my knowledge.
You don't intend to kill them, but I brought so many stakes for the matter.
Yeah, there's let's just say we have a lot of information we could be sharing with you right now. Sorry about that.
I will kind of just like give him a like a context of the dark power that he possesses, but not like reveal anything too explicit. Like interesting enough where he wants to ask more questions, but not deep enough that he knows too much information without working with us to try to persuade him. I can make a persuasion check if you want.
Sure, go for the persuasion check. Teresa, you contact a seal during this to ask, what's the dilly on that? And they tell you that even through the eyes of their spiders right now, they actually can't see Von Richten there.
Oh my god! I rolled a fucking 4! I hate that.
25 is still pretty wild.
I have a 21 to persuasion. Like that's
25 is still pretty wild.
21's not enough.
Detect magic I have on, is he under the same class that non-detection is? What is non-detection? Which class of spell is non-detection?
Non-detection, I believe, is divination?
Abjuration.
Oh, it's abjuration. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So do I sense abjuration on him?
What's the range on detect magic?
30.
Oh yeah, that's right. It does have a range. I do not believe I am in 30 feet.
They went outside already.
Actually, well, I was closer earlier, technically.
You were. You very briefly saw abjuration magic on them, yes, but since then it seems they're keeping quite a bit of room around them that every time you try approaching, they just kind of back off some more.
Alright. I will thank a seal. And
Interesting,
hope my hands aren't too full with other random things.
They grumble. They send grumblings in ascending even. Just to add emphasis onto it. Alright, Diana fills them in on what has been going on about what Strahd's plan is here, about the demi-plane potentially exploding, etc., etc. Are there any details you're excluding specifically? So, for example, Amber Temple information or the like.
I will exclude any dark power information that we possess.
Oh, so like the dark powers you individually have.
Yeah, like what they are, or like
I
the
think
fact
that's a
that
good
we
call.
have them.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So mostly all the other stuff. So you mentioned going up to the Amber Temple and finding some fella there, but do you include information about the dark powers that are there, or just the ones that you personally have?
I will say
We
that
should-
there were some sorts of dark powers, but I'm not gonna specifically tell him
I think
what.
we should probably just let him know that we found out information about Strahd's dark power. And
Yeah,
just
that's
leave
what
it
I'm
at
gonna
that.
say. Like I will say like that Strahd possesses something called a dark power, which is one of series of dark powers that are at the Ember Temple. But I'm not gonna say anything about the rest of the powers, just about Strahd.
Got it. All right. Von Richten listens intently. They are occasionally leaning on their cane or leaning on a tree while, kind of finding a nice, comfortable foothold. And they don't interrupt your story to ask questions of any sort, just very, very intently listening to the things that you're saying. This lines up with a lot of the information that I had managed to observe, so this is good and also concerning.
Why?
Should this demi-planar explosion of sorts happen, well, do you all have any kinds of contingencies in place? What are you planning on doing in that instance, or is your entire plan pivoting on this actually succeeding on this assault?
Guess I'll die.
There is actually a way to get everyone else out except for us.
Yeah.
But it's not really something I'm leaning towards.
It's a do or die situation. Reasonable.
Pretty
Unless you're suggesting that you yourself have a contingency plan.
Well, my dear, fortunately, as part of, how's the best way to say it? It's not Vistani lineage. A boon from the Vistani, one may say. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but I am able to traverse through the mist that surround this particular demiplane.
Wow, what a baller.
I don't suppose
easy for you.
it is quite a toil. Unfortunately, it's not quite as simple as it is for the actual Vistani proper, as my pupil Esmeralda will tell you. Perhaps you would have seen them around during your travels. Yes? No?
Never seen them.
Maybe. I don't remember names. Also, I've not been here for that long.
You were stuck in a temple for a long time.
This is the most social interaction you've had in such a long time, Diana.
That's true.
Well, at the very least, if this is a do or die situation, I can, Saren, assist these fine folk with what they're attempting here. I think this is prudent for both of the goals that we have aligned.
Yeah, I suppose if that is the favor you wish to ask for, then I am obliged to see it out.
I thank you.
Well, as you may have heard from Mr. Von Richten, I am Saren. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I trust you with my life.
You sound comforting and familiar.
I don't know how you discern that, but I am thankful for the trust.
I will go and shake the rogue's hand.
They will put out their hand and shake yours as well.
Wow, even by looking at them, you knew that they were a rogue. Fascinating.
Well, they were hiding in the bushes. Like, who else does that weird shit?
Also, elves are always rogues. Facts.
Well,
Facts. Rangers.
Rangers don't count. Who plays? There's no ranger in this game at all.
Rangers are a fake class.
Saren here has
useless. Sorry.
Saren here has many a story to tell about the various adventures that they've had, along with those I assisted with as well. Together we were able to take out this particular lich, give us quite a bit of trouble, and I'm not generally working against those that are more the arcane variety. I deal more in those of the supernatural, you may
What
say.
was the lich's name? Aceric, perhaps?
Azaric, no. I don't. What kind of name is that?
Oh. It's just something I read in a book once. It was called The Tomb of Annihilation.
Well, more like your mind is a tomb of imagination. Am I right?
Good one.
No.
Got him.
I hate this guy.
Well-
Although it seems that this particular line of inquiry with this house is quite going to improve any results. So you're planning on assisting over onto the assault over onto there. Do you have a particular day in mind, or are you waiting out this timer of sorts that's been provided over to so generously by the host?
I think
I think we prefer to
closer-
not wait out the timer, but we're
not
still
wait
trying to
out the
come up
timer,
with
but
backup plans.
I feel like the closer to the time where we go, the more busy Strahd will actually be, and therefore the
I
easier
feel like the
time
closer
we'll
we
have.
go, maybe the more powerful he'll be also, so we don't know.
True.
There's also
I
technically
guess.
nothing to suggest that he's that time frame he gave us is 100% accurate.
Hmm.
Either by
Yeah.
choice or by
Yeah, sooner rather than later, I suppose.
Well,
Also,
When-
big fan of your books.
well, if you're working over toward trying to get closer, I can see what I can manage to identify. What would you like me to try and find out? I'll try keeping an eye out around the area and send you a message when I have the chance. At the very least, I know this much. The castle has been swarming with certain fiends. I've been noticing bat-like ones. Are you familiar with the Nabasu?
Yes.
I rack
Oh, I'm familiar with
my
those.
mind of Arcana for this. I don't know what that is.
They look like this.
I see what you mean.
Bat monkeys? Reptilian bat monkeys?
bunkies.
Stinky rat bastard babies.
Like they only have 4 fingers.
Haha.
That's the weird part about them, the fact they have 4 fingers.
Yeah.
That's the weird part.
Or-
Alright, I've seen a lot of demons in my time. So, you know, sometimes the general appearance of a demon isn't that much of a surprise anymore. It's the little things that you notice. Like, having
Is that
a
in
big
character or
finger-
out of character?
In character. My character is like over 100 years, a couple hundred years old.
Hey, when were you born? Me too.
We might have gone to the same high school.
True.
This does remind me of the time that you went up against that pit fiend, I believe.
Indeed.
You should probably show them the tool that you have gotten from it.
Yes, I'll pull the necklace out from underneath my my shirt to show them.
Right. You see that this incredibly powerful looking medallion is on the person as they allow it to be identified as such. Give me a moment.
Okay, I can't read. Somebody read this out loud, please.
Oh.
No, I lost my glasses. I forgot them at work, so I can't read it. I'm not
Oh,
kidding.
damn.
Oh, damn. Sure, I'll read it. An amulet charged with souls of devils rested throughout the 9 hells. The burning blood of Pit Fiend keeps the souls imprisoned within, a personal hell to those that would once inflict it. Through a variety of tribulations through the 9 hells, a creature can become soulbound to penance. While the soulbound owner is wearing penance, it gains the following benefits. It has immunity to fire damage, it has resistance to cold damage, it has immunity to poison, it has true sight out to a range of 30 feet, it has a flying speed of 60 feet, large demonic wings jut out when this property is being used. The first time each turn it makes an attack, hell itself ruptures out like a font. Whether the attack is a hit or a miss, the owner can create an enormous explosion of hellfire that emerges at the targeted point as if a 9th level fireball spell had been cast at the targeted point with double the damage.
Oh.
The soulbound owner chooses which ability score to use for the spell save DC. The fireball's damage type is hellfire, ignoring immunity and resistance to fire damage. This hellfire does not damage the soulbound owner.
Nice.
Eyes emoji.
It's an artifact.
Yeah.
Without.
Wait, it's not attunement?
It's not attunement, yeah.
Wow.
Bless you.
Coughing.
Getting this thing fully charged was a variety of stories into itself.
Yeah.
Honestly, when I had heard it, I was glad I became a hunter of the supernatural rather than a hunter of devils. I'm a bit too old to be spending that many years inside of hell.
66 years isn't that long when you really think about it.
Ugh.
That's true. Just be immortal.
Hey, I'm immortal.
Hey, yo!
Unless killed.
I believe that defies the name immortal.
You know, I'm immortal too, till I die.
I haven't died yet, so therefore I might be immortal. There's no way to prove
That's true.
otherwise,
That is true.
Right. Now, the most I know about what has been transpiring there at the castle is that it seems that, let me pull up a little diagram as you, see them, like, kind of whisk some fingers around and make a little diagram of light in the middle of the air. If this here is where we are inside of this dome of Barovia, then it might be accurate to say that there is a point of such, as is often the case with those of supernatural variety of origin. In that case, that'd be approximately, let's say, right here. It looks like, through perhaps those souls that are being brought over to the top of that castle there, that they are attempting to... would drill be the correct word? Break? Shatter that pinpoint in order to break out. Given the information you provided me and my own research that I have from all my various previous escapades, I believe that this is the most likely hypothesis. It would match up with what's occurring here. I match up with what they've told you as well.
Oh, you're saying he tends to shatter this entire dream realm, or at least dread realm,
Yes.
from a single point and escape through there?
As for what that would do over to the actual demiplane, well, that much is up to speculation. They claim that it would destroy this entire realm. Whether or not that would actually happen, I'm not entirely certain. I've not heard of anything quite of this sort.
Assuming you'll be seeing yourself out before this happens.
Oh, I'm still considering. There are many people here who I'd rather see protected. But if I could, it may be wiser for me to wait on the outside and see if they pop out in a weakened state for me to finish off.
Why
But that's
not
only
just
one idea.
help us and increase the chances of everyone in Barovia?
I wish, but there is a reason for why I must stay by myself, and that becomes quickly apparent in one major way that I believe is already beginning to kick in right now. Hit me. As they direct that over to you, Sarisa. Hit me with one of your attacks, one of your weapons.
Okay, she looks confused, but she'll fling a dagger.
It misses.
Hang on.
What?
Like, what happens to it, though?
It just veers off course through sheer unfortunate luck. A gust of wind happened to blow it off target as you attempted to hit Von Richten there.
Okay, she'll do this several times. Does the same thing happen every single time?
A tree branch falls in the way of one of them. A wind blows a different one. One of the daggers literally just shatters in midair for no apparent reason whatsoever.
Oh my god, he's got 99 luck.
Oh, do you absorb the luck of people around you?
It would absorb maybe too much of a proper term. I don't feel quite lucky with it. But the longer that you stay around me, the worse this will get for all of you.
We'll
I
just
throw a shadow spear at him.
just show up, shake hands with the Batman.
You throw the shadow spear. As it's going through the air, it just does a loop-de-loop. And misses.
You do a loop-de-loop and
It just pierces into the ground at their feet.
and your shoes are looking cool.
I've, for reasons that are perhaps a bit too long-winded in my past, I had received an especially potent curse from the Vistani. And as a result, any of those of you who stay around me and who I grow any endearment for shall suffer the effects of the curse as well.
Henry will squint at him and then say, "Is that why you're asking us to keep a distance?"
It is a matter of both personal safety, and also I feel that this distance helps create some more of that distance so we can prolong our conversation here before it inevitably would take place.
He cares about us.
I'd grown to like all of you in the short time I had known you.
Just out of character, we fixed it for Yevgeny last time with like a spell, right?
Use remove curse, yes. Or, cup of remove curse or coffee remove curse or whatever it was that Leon used.
Okay.
I feel like he's probably tried that.
No, I was just saying for the people around him. Obviously, the Vistani curses are way stronger than that, but...
Correct. While it may be possible, however, to remove the curse temporarily, it'll arrive more severe eventually if I were to prolong my stay. And with increasing frequency, too. The longer I am around you, unfortunately, to feel is to be human, and I cannot quite remove my sentimentality with all of you. They look over at you, Atreus. I have always been astounded that you were willing to take up that cause against what was on the mountain up there. That information proved quite useful.
Atreus just pets 1 and 2. Hey, you're the one who introduced me to him. Well, them. Technically speaking, I guess. I do appreciate that.
It was the Vistani that cursed you.
It's quite a long story, and it involves my son, who... Well... It's something I'd personally not get into, honestly.
I think we already know this story because we read it before in his journal.
Correct. It seems Von Richten is unaware that they've been raided already. But yes,
Can you remind me what the story is? I don't remember. It's the stuff we looked at last time. Oh, this one. Okay, yeah, I only kind of skimmed this.
Yeah, too long didn't read.
Yeah, too long didn't read, honestly.
Their son had gotten killed, and the Vistani insisted on treating them, but eventually, as retaliation against the Vistani actually taking their son away, they killed every single one of the Vistani inside of a encampment that was there. All of them. The women and children, too.
Nice.
They set loose an entire horde of zombies on them with the assistance of the Lich.
Oh. Alright.
It was an act of it's a pretty messed up act when you consider it.
Well, if you feel like storming the castle at some point, feel free to join us. Or do it at the same time.
Well, you're keenly aware in a lot of the matter, so I don't even think we even have to inform you of it. I think you'll just know.
I'll be keeping an eye out on the castle. Is there something you wanted me to look at for in particular? Well, while I may not be able to join you during the assault, I may be able to provide some information if you're trying to find something of specific notice.
Should we show him that book of Strahd's journal?
And we could probably tell them about, like, some of the castle's features that we know from the blueprint. Just in case he does want to go.
I do want to show him the book just so that he knows we have this, though.
Are there any more of those tarot cards that we have any left besides the Sunblade?
No,
I mean, we
that's
know
the
that the
last
Sunblade's
one.
at least inside the.
No, there's three left. There's one for the Sunblade, one about someone who can join us, and there's one, I forget what it says. But there's three in total that haven't been active. Well, there's three that are there.
Haven't been addressed.
Yeah, maybe two if we count old wine man as being the ally that it says.
I will briefly show him Strahd's journal book, I guess.
Alright, well, you're gonna let them rifle through it? Or
Just
showing it?
briefly. I mean, is it if I show him, can I like slowly get off Sinus and approach him?
You see them bring a mage hand out.
Okay.
They take the book over and skim through it. Oh my. This is a little bit difficult to parse, isn't it? Their handwriting is a bit messy. You see them all.
The best thing we have against Strahd right now. Unfortunately, we don't really know much about him in the first place.
They lift up one set of glasses and there's another set of glasses underneath. Interesting. Have you considered what you tell them? Did you tell them about the properties of it, or just show them it?
Just show it to him.
Okay. This book seems tainted with a large amount of supernatural energy. As they send it back over to you with the mage hand.
I feel like with your help, we would be able to do more.
The most assistance I can provide is likely on the informational side. This is partially why I was attempting to, as I look at the house, see if I could enlist that, but I don't believe that is possible now. I've already provided you my associate there to assist you. At least they want to cause everything you do to go to the wayside. I've lost too many people in the past from staying around them too long and assisting inside of their endeavors.
You mentioned a colleague, student, someone, Esmeralda, was it? Would they be willing to help us with our castle manor?
I can go and ask and see. I will need to go and find them. We have a signal of sorts. They are also, perhaps they're taking a bit too well after me. They're even more paranoid than I am. They have a tendency of believing that everybody is out to get them, which may or may not be true.
Oh, what does Esmeralda look like?
They will go ahead and show you what they look like. Give me a second. They describe them as such. As a natural-born Vistani, they may have been able to exit out of the mist already, however. I may need to go and double-check to make sure they haven't already left. Because that would be most a shame after what we have just found out and gone through here. As you're standing there, you see that Andraste, a rock spontaneously launches off the ground and just bops you on the head.
A rock? Oh, okay, rock.
The rock.
Yes, a normal, ordinary stone rock.
Okay.
Not of the bird variety.
Good luck running out.
And seems that my time here around all of you may be nearing an end. At least unless you're willing to tolerate a bit of bad luck for a little bit.
sure we've had worse.
Oh, well, then, let it be. Let's go over what exactly your plan is then. The first step of any kind of countermeasure is an intelligent battle plan.
Hold on,
What do
hold
we
on.
have?
Before we continue, can't we just establish a telepathic bond with you and communicate with you from anywhere, so we don't have to be near you with this curse?
You see, it's not merely distant based. Interaction is enough to be able to start triggering it. I tried. At least to my understanding, it seems to traverse almost to any amount of extent, and means that I can't associate with anybody for far too long. Even now, I'm trying desperately not to remember your name, so please don't mention it to me.
What was the dark gift that allowed you to use access someone's memories?
Can I say my name is Phil?
The one for accessing memories was the Star of Secrets, Kurad.
Okay, I don't believe anyone has that, right?
No, no one took it.
Okay. I was thinking maybe we could briefly do that and then access his memories if we needed information, if he was willing to do that, but sadly.
I don't know if there's a way around it since we can't interact with them.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's a very... Let's detail at least what your plan is. Surely you have a set of allies on which to go on this assault with?
We've gone around recruiting as much as we could have.
Well, let's look at the resources you have available. Perhaps they'll provide some sort of insight.
I think
They start drawing on the ground at their cane.
Yep, Atreus will just, I guess, let him know of the current allies who are potentially going to be able to show up. I think it's what, the Abbey, there's the werewolves, there were the, who else was there, actually?
I think there's two right there. The Abbot, the werewolves. I should choose a different color. Black kind of blends in. That's better.
Seal was not assisting us, right?
A seal, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, seal doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. So they were not assisting us in this.
And then we've got the Were Ravens, right?
Were the Were Ravens going to assist in this? They assisted us as far as they were going, but I don't think they were going to actually fight.
Well, it says the thing.
I actually
says
thought they would.
There's just one old one that says that has one more fight left in him.
Yeah, that's Damien.
Ooh, is he coming?
He's the one that provided us with the blueprints. Or as blueprinty as we can get.
Did
for
we invite
Castle
him?
Royal.
Tell him we have pizza.
I'll mark them down as a maybe.
Can't tell people he's coming.
I think the main part is just we have to figure out how to navigate inside the castle.
Navigate inside.
And how we're going to approach Strahd in the first place if we don't plan to kill him.
Do you see them out?
We need to talk to him, make him perhaps reconsider 400 years of wasted time.
You may want to even use the wish spell to make them less weird.
I heckin' wish, man.
Now, tell me more about this hesitance about killing Strahd. It seems that you might be a bit more familiar with this than you let on if you suddenly have a hesitation. The first inclination upon this threat onto the mortal coil would be to eliminate the target that's trying to do it. But you're not trying to, and this tells me you know something that you are not telling me.
Did we tell him?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see a reason to keep the information that.
Yeah, we told
At
him.
this point, I don't think there's any more.
Diana told him.
I don't think I think Diana withheld that information as a.
Okay. I think he should know that part.
Precaution.
Well, yeah, I mean, now I think he's pretty much trustworthy at this point. He pretty much can know what we know at this point, I think.
Yeah, so as you're gesturing, Atreus, you notice that your gauntlet smacks your face.
Oh god, that hit really hard then, huh?
Yeah, boom.
Take 75 points of damage.
Oof.
Oh. Right. Yes. Yeah. Atreus will quickly inform him the information about what we know about why killing Strahd is absolutely pointless.
Oh, it's one of those situations again. That makes sense.
Again.
He said one of those situations again. Y'all should ask him how he solved it last time.
Did you tell him who was the individual at the Amber Temple?
I mean,
You mean the?
I don't mind telling that to him.
The
Yeah.
lich wizard thing.
Exetanter, yeah.
Exy.
Exy. Sure. I'll inform
you
him
guys
of
trying to kill?
Exetanter.
Damn, you
Exetanter.
ruined it, guys.
Give me a second, I have to check something.
Uh-oh. It's gonna turn on us now.
you
All
work
part
with
of the-
Exetanter? I hate that guy.
All part of the DM's plans.
Yeah.
Damn. We can trust this guy. 4 seconds later, oh no.
It happened.
The long and short of it is that this is not the first Domain of Dread that I've had experience with. I've hopped between to and fro. For the most part, I've not, mostly just assisted the common folk in making sure that things were a bit more lenient under the rule of whichever Dark Lord was ruling over that particular domain. But there was this one that was fascinating. Over inside of a domain called Borka, there was an individual named Ivan. And upon me entering the domain, they started a, what you may call, pen pals. They had this unusual capacity to send letters over to wherever it was I was. And the two of us would begin talking, mainly inside of these letters. They would tell me about their tribulations, and frankly, truth be told, this was the most insufferable person who I have ever worked with, talked with, interacted with inside of my long time working across the supernatural. And yet,
How old are you again?
I believe I'm now moving on to 190 years old. My age is catching up to me.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I stay young through a mix of some holy water and topical ointment.
Nice.
Whatever works, I guess.
But no, this individual was insufferable. They complained incessantly. Complained about everything. No matter how minor the annoyance and grievance was, and I tried my best to parlay and be... what might be the term? Subtle. About how they should look more onto the bright sides of things inside of the life that they have. But it took many years. I didn't spend my entire time inside of Borka there, but the more time that they had spent, I think I was finally getting through to them. They were changing, complaining less as time went on, as I explicitly was telling them that this negativity that they had inside of their life was unreasonable, unfounded. I don't believe it stuck at first, and occasionally at times they would go months without sending me any letters, but eventually they would think more about their ways. This continued on for quite some time, but eventually they seemed to have a change of heart. As I visited Borka again one evening, I noticed that the people inside of the domain were celebrating as the first festival that had been held in years and years had finally, through the assistance of Ivan there, been created. And they continued to do so, mostly at my insistence. They would ask me, Von Richten, how am I supposed to appeal to the people? How do I make them happier? How do I be a better ruler? And as I helped them more and more, eventually one day, the domain disappeared. Or at least half of it disappeared. And everybody was set free. Ivan included. We lost touch shortly after that.
Interesting.
So that's to say, it seems that that process, at least, triggered something, made them a better person. And that seemed to have been enough. But we're on quite the time limit here, and I'm not sure that one can redeem another insufferable person within the span of 1 week, or 9 days even.
I think the plan is mostly just to prolong it. Since we know that at least Strahd's plan hinges upon having Irina, we tend to rescue her first and figure out the process of converting him, or I guess redeeming Strahd later.
And yet, one thing to consider is that in the process of taking down Strahd and their associates, it may place them in an irrecoverable position where you may never be able to convince them again.
It's a delicate situation.
It is. If there is some way to show mercy through this violence, I wonder if that would be sufficient. But if Ivan's fatal flaw was of incessant complaining and loneliness, then it seems that Strahd's here would be their sheer arrogance. They need to be taken down a notch.
So what you're saying is beating the shit out of him might be the solution after all.
It may be. It may be. As for killing them, however, well, that may just suit their arrogance once again, and they'd simply return once more. Vengeance inside of their heart. But it's not the worst idea. After all, if you nothing quite hits the ego as hard as getting your ass handed to you a few times.
Maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe just beat him up a couple of times and just never relent. Trim down the arrogance, even just a little.
Something tells me that's not going to work.
It's a start. It's a start. It may require more. What else might it take? If you could look into that book, perhaps you may be able to find things that they truly care about, things you can appeal to, things you may be able to use in order to in discussion with them. Although I don't think that they will be giving you an opportunity to sit down with cupcakes in hand and some tea time to be able to just discuss this over like civil gentlemen. They seem pretty intent on what they're doing right now.
I had previously was to convince him to be a better person for Irina, but it might be too late.
Yeah.
This Irina that you mentioned, I recall that they were inside of those woods there. I saw them once while I was investigating, doing some patrol around the land. How are they now?
They are trapped inside the castle with Strahd and have been for the past 2 weeks.
Might it serve as some informational assistance if I try and see if I can find any information about them?
That would be useful.
Well, then perhaps that's what I will try to do. Outlining this plan a little bit more. Killing Strahd. Let me place a little bit more right there. So I'm just like kind of in separate categories there. Alright, so you have this abbot figure who sounds like a lunatic by the sounds of it, but the Morning Lord knows best, I suppose.
He is truly a lunatic.
Yeah.
And yet, as a lunatic, they're able to channel the power of the prime deity themselves.
It seems that way.
A lunatic on your side is, well, it's not the you get used to working along those who are a bit more uncouth. It's perhaps for the best. Are there any other figures you have on their side here? This seems like quite a small force if you're likely going against what appears to be an army.
I suppose we also have the werewolves to assist us with this. There are
Yeah,
truly
the
a lot
werewolves
of them.
wanted to join.
We have them outlined right there. And then what are you planning on doing? Are you going to walk up over to the front gate and just hoping that it works?
This is why we need another plan.
Well, that's kind of where we're out of luck, as far as we can tell. That fortress is nearly impervious to detection, teleportation, and storming the forts.
We need something that we can use against Strahd, or at least give us a chance to convince him. What we have right now is just simply won't work.
Alright. So, I do believe then that there are perhaps 3 different ways. We'll return back to what you're talking about to you, as I point to you about saying any kind of name whatsoever. In fact, they haven't used any names, except Atreus once. They, map out on, like, a few ideas. First, it may be the case that there is an alternative entrance to the castle than simply that front gate. It wouldn't be the first time. I can investigate to see if I can find anything, or perhaps your compatriot Davian here may know something. If so, you may be able to have your task force there create a diversion while you sneak in somewhere else.
Can we ask Sunny? Are we allowed to bring in old characters that have retired?
Do you have a way of contacting this Sunny?
Probably.
What do they look like? During my investigation, I could try looking for them.
Raccoon, this tall, always taking things he shouldn't be.
Alright, fantastic. That reminds me of some individuals I once knew. I didn't like them. I will keep an eye out. Perhaps they know more about the interior of the castle then, and may know some alternative entrance if that is one potential option. You could, theoretically, drop down with your army and do a surprise attack from the skies. You could just go for a frontal assault directly and just fight your way through.
If only we had a large flying creature we could all fly on the back of right about then, huh?
I think the main unfortunate part about the whole looking down is our flying companion is no longer with us, and even if we fly too high, most of us cannot see beyond the shadow. Or
Imagine
the
not
fog.
being able to see.
Most of us cannot see through the fog.
And then your fellow there in the armor has provided an alternative plan. Perhaps this isn't a mission to fight fairly against Strahd on their own terms. Perhaps you go in, grab Irina if possible. I could again investigate what's actually happening with them, and then leave as soon as you get the opportunity, with them in tow, baiting Strahd out to fight on your own turf.
Go in early, you suggest?
So these are merely options. I'm helping you refine your plan here, as I won't be able to quite participate to the extent I'd like.
Pretty good.
Yep.
Who's adept at kidnapping?
Lisa Risa.
I'm good at stealth, and I'm pretty good at sleight of hand, but not perfect. Although I do have the cannot fail in both stealth and perception.
There's one other thing that seems to bother me. There is one. You've told them about. Have you told you about everything that you've encountered so far, like about Baba the Saga and the hags and everything as well?
Yeah, Atreus will inform them of the unfortunate circumstance that is their
Right.
failure to kill Baba the Saga.
Yeah, and also probably about the memory of Strahd too. In which case they'll tell you another thing that bothers me with simply grabbing out Irina is like you told me about this unusual regenerative property that you noticed, and it seems to align over with what you mentioned about those hags and that heart that they were creating. Based
yeah, he
on
has something that protects. I think we already know that, right? Unless.
It seems as such. There does seem to be some kind of matured version of whatever those hags were working on. It's likely that one of those exists inside of the castle and is essentially preventing them from taking any significant or real damage while out of the castle. If I had to make one guess then, based on my own speculation, these werewolves, you say, had always managed to avoid any confrontation with Strahd due to the cave that they were in.
Yes, I wanted to see if I could replicate the power somehow, but I have yet to figure it out.
Well, maybe worth investigating further. It's likely that regenerative property doesn't function in an anti-magic field. Otherwise, Strahd easily could have taken them all out themselves unless they had some other reason for avoiding it, which it doesn't seem they did.
That is correct according to the werewolves.
Seems their speculation is accurate then. Let's see. So we have a number of different plans. The important part is thinking about which one you'll go with and committing to it. But once I have some more information, maybe that will help provide your idea. That's a little bit more leverage.
Well, I'm not very good at the whole stealth thing, so if I had any of these plans so far, my votes are going to be on the storm the front entrance or try to basically early assault the castle and save Irina. Then we deal with Strahd afterwards.
Seeing as how we've dealt with stuff in the past and how successful that's all been, I can tell you right now that if we tried to sneak into the castle, it would fall apart approximately 10 minutes in.
Yeah, plans never
And then we'd be
work out
reverting
in
to
this
plan B
campaign.
anyway. So if our plan A was plan B, you know?
Then we have no fallback plan if it fails.
Yeah, but like it's harder to fail, you know? Because if it fails, we're dead anyway.
Right.
It fails when we die.
We could always go to the castle and say we want to see the wedding.
Trojan horse.
Interesting strategy. I suppose that is one that we hadn't considered. Simply
And then if they say
attempting something diplomatically is not entirely impossible. After all, you haven't tried by the sounds of it.
Trojan horse.
Riza would very much like to try, thank you.
Actually, doesn't sound like it'd be that bad of an idea. I like that.
Yeah. And if all does not work, then we can do the good old run in, spears drawn, or whatever we're all using.
Do you have a plan if they manage to simply take all of your equipment on their way in? I've never heard of a wedding where they allow your weapons inside.
Yeah, we can always hide them somewhere.
Or recreate them.
Interesting.
Are you officially counting getting into the archive as teleportation? Even though it doesn't say it in the subclass itself?
I think we established that it was technically planar travel, which is a form of teleportation.
Ah, okay, that sucks.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Not
yeah, I mean,
anything.
it makes sense. It makes sense that it's planar travel.
It's
The
a
archive is like
place
a demi
within your
planar, so-
mind.
I think the thing that made me decide that was like they said that essentially it's a DM field on exactly what the archive is. That it's a demi-plane makes sense with its infinite nature, as demi-planes are wont to do. Or yeah, it's like how elemental planes are infinite. Just kind of makes sense.
Oh, we're gonna try diplomacy, and we know that's not gonna work, so we're gonna end up fighting him.
Yeah, but then that's like our way into the castle, you know?
At the very least, if it gets you an in without having to fight your way through the beginning, that would be good. But that brings up one other thing. Are you about to convince all of these werewolves to dress up inside of their best formal attire?
I don't think
Oh
the
wait, we're
werewolves are
actually going
invited.
through with the wedding plan? No,
We're-
I don't think he'll
It'll
fall
be a
for
dinner
that.
Party.
Yeah, I don't think the werewolves are invited.
I'm not entirely certain about this wedding plan.
Yeah, I'm not for the
I'm
wedding
sure we have
plan.
some other thing that gets us in the castle besides we want to attend the wedding.
Who keeps flipping 1 and 2?
Yeah, you notice that occasionally you look down at 1 and 2 and they're facing backwards underneath you, as is Zinus.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, Andraste, while you're looking over at them, right, and you're like perhaps contemplating that too, you notice that you are standing on your head. When did that happen?
Thinking emoji.
Like my feet are on my
Good.
head, or I'm just upside down.
you're doing
You're
a
upside
thinking emoji, but you're not holding it with your hand. You're holding it with your foot. The cup.
I know that one meme. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Things are starting to get whack. We should probably end this as soon as possible, or quicker. The sooner the better.
The important part is being on the same page on what you want to commit to, and I believe that if your timer is running low, we'll have to decide sooner than later.
I've already given my 2 inputs.
Yeah.
Well, whatever we do, we should probably do it with a few days to spare. Then, if anything goes wrong, perhaps there'll be another chance.
Yeah.
That
Maybe
seems
like 2 to
reasonable.
3 days.
Alright then.
Maybe we give ourselves 3 days from the target date, and then we take one of the four plans suggested. My current vote is on the still storm the fort, or maybe we just storm the secondary entrance with the diversion at the first. Those are my 2 thoughts.
I say we should go once we've all read and digested this book, unless there was anything else that's
How many
required.
more people need to do the book, by the way?
I still do.
I do.
Everyone
Okay.
except me and you, I think.
Yeah.
Alright, are these the 4 plans then? Storming the front, sneaking in from some alternate entrance, diplomacy, and a wedding party?
Yeah.
I think we can
There's
scratch wedding
actually
If-
a
party.
fifth option.
Wedding party is scratched out. Oh wait, no, Fenrir's giving it 5
If
give up.
Richten can figure out what exactly he's doing to Irina and where she's being kept, we can probably do a sneaking in sort of thing.
Don't say we. You can do
Okay,
that.
Sari can sneak in.
I can't sneak for Jack, so I'm not gonna do
Damn.
any plan that involves sneaking, basically. Or I will
same.
not be for any plan that involves sneaking.
If we're trying to do 2 things at once, that'd be one thing. But yeah, I'm definitely not able to. Also, wasn't one of the properties of the castle like it's basically impossible to sneak around?
Oh, the rooms just move around. I don't know about impossible to sneak around unless I don't understand what you're saying.
I thought that was like one of the properties of the castle, is that the owner of the castle is always aware of all individuals inside or something like that.
I don't know. I'd have to look at that handout again, unless Jay knows
Here
off
you
the
go.
top of
Yeah,
his
I
head.
don't think it is, if I recall.
Let's see. As you see, Von Richten pulling out the blueprints that you have. Warded against divination, prevents damage and effects originating from outside, no planar travel, dispelling magic, rearranging the interior, walls are impervious to damage, a variety of buffs to the creatures inside, and some detriments over to those who are hostile.
Yeah, so I think if the owner of the castle doesn't know about us, then we can't be affected by these outright.
Yeah.
At the very least, you have at least shown that Strahd isn't omniscient on exactly everything that you do. There seems to be some amount of limitation on it.
Wait, does he actually say the word? The name?
No, I just assumed that every time that they are mentioning Strahd, you have telepathically bonded everything, buddy, and the like.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm not about to be like, gotcha!
Doesn't he have a network of animal spies that report to him, and that's how he finds out about who likes whom?
Like,
I don't know about that, but he can basically be anywhere he wants to, listen in anywhere and at any point in time that he wants to.
The question
To
I think is
assume
whether or not he's
that he can.
paying attention right now.
Yeah. It's
Which
like
he
if
very
he's
well
not
might
paying
not be.
attention. Yeah.
I'd say one, he's too busy, and two, any animals nearby are probably have their heads turned inside out right now. So
Also of note, you told me about that dinner that you had over with Strahd at the castle at one time. Of note, you at one point, they did close their eyes and take some time to find some information, did they not?
I believe so.
Yes, that did happen.
To me, that tells me that this effect of theirs, their divination, is not instantaneous. That is to say, to look over at a particular piece for a certain amount of time requires an almost requisite amount of time wherever they are. It's an active process. It has to be. Unless they were doing it for show.
Oh, I know. He was like reviewing video footage, like CCTV cameras, where he's like, "Oh, I don't know what happened, officer. Let me check the cameras." And they go into their memories, and he closes his eyes and, remembers.
Yes, just like those cameras I have at Waterdeep. You seem familiar with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, at the very least, Saren would be familiar with them.
Some parts of Waterdeep do in fact have this is not Von Richten, this is out of character. Those have history knowledge notice. Cabal, do you have history?
I do not have history, no.
Wow, you just knew this.
Wait,
Technology.
No, I do have history.
Oh shoot! This is how Cabal knows. they had the society, the institute back there had some cameras set up to protect their secret recipes.
Nice.
If they must review it, that means that you have some time, unless they immediately know where you are. And assuming the sneak works, and it very well might, the more we divulge about this, the more proper it seems it may be possible. The castle doesn't divine instantaneous knowledge. It doesn't seem that Strahd always knows everything at every point, at always. I simply must look for an entrance for you then.
Or we just
I'm
make
sure
a new
Damien would know this information.
This
one.
is
We always
only
ask
true.
Davey.
Or the constructor of that castle, it seems. Which impressive bit of work, I may say.
Even if an actress doesn't exist, is it possible to make a new one?
Oh, that's
Protected by magic, we would need a lot of very powerful dispel magic.
may not be out of the question. I'll try seeing what I can. Either on an alternative entrance or some structural weak point. No magic item is invincible forever. Things do deteriorate eventually, especially one that seems to be used quite so extensively. Or even perhaps a gap in between when the rooms are rearranged, an unexpected one. They may have gotten sloppy. This would have been the first assault in perhaps centuries.
Kink in the armor, if you will.
Right. Then I will leave all of you to handle the exact details. I'll begin heading out now. I can already tell that look at Andraste, who is currently upside down and has not righted themselves up. Things are going to get more significant from here and may have more permanent lasting effects if I were to stay any longer. I hope this discussion has been helpful.
Can Cereza have a private conversation with him real quick?
Certainly.
Can she stand
They
next to
will
him?
not get close enough to that though.
She will ask him to humor her.
Make a persuasion check. They seem very, very hesitant about this. You're going to need a. Let's see. Let's take some guidance. That is a 19. Very nice. You see Varner to go. This should be enough.
No, she wants to like be right next to him.
Make another persuasion check.
Understandable.
18. All right. You see that they are like they're holding their king quite tightly as they're getting closer.
Okay, first she's gonna touch him on the shoulder, and then I'm gonna see if my foresight still works, just out of curiosity.
Foresight, you said?
Yeah, I'm just curious. Like, does this thing just cancel out my foresight?
Let me see your foresight. Foresight. What do you mean by cancel out?
Like, so like he's like bad luck, right? Like his he basically absorbs luck. So does his weird curse thing just cancel out foresight and put everything at like normal or disadvantage?
Alright. You go in for you touch for foresight. You can't see anything about their future. In fact, all you can see is your own past, and it's very disorientating. You
Wait.
view your you suddenly view your
so like foresight stops working.
Yeah, that fact seems to be working in the opposite manner right now.
Okay.
The
It's
spell
giving
force.
disadvantage on everything.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Syriza will say to him, you know, this power of yours really could be useful if we end up fighting Strahd. Not to mention if this issue of yours is a he told us it was a curse, right?
Yeah, it's a curse.
But it only seems to afflict those he cares about.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what
only,
they said,
wait,
yeah.
not those that he interacts with?
Yes. Anybody who he interacts with in a positive manner.
Oh, in
That's
a
why he-
positive manner.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's just get
That's-
Strahd to invite him to dinner.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if Von Richten agrees, that might be more plausible now, knowing this.
Oh, if I had to make a guess of what would happen, if I were to assist in this, let's humor for a second that you managed to defeat Strahd and managed to go into a nice, lively discussion. I'm sure with me present, some slip of the tongue would absolutely ruin everything. It is not worth the risk. You do not know what I have lived through. The people who have died in my stead. Those who trusted me with their lives.
Is lifting your curse utterly hopeless, even with good deeds?
Hold on, give me a second. Oh, how to get the curse lifted, you said?
Like, I'm asking him if he were to perform good deeds, like, if he did something good, she's like hinting at, would it help lift the curse if you did something good?
Perhaps another 80 years of it? I feel like I've done quite an amount of good inside of my life thus far. The number of people I've helped, those who owe favors to me that I've never called in. I'm not sure how much more good I'm supposed to be. I could donate a few golds to the church here.
Perhaps not quite what the person who cursed you had in mind. But I suppose we'll never know.
It is something I've thought long and hard about. I'm thankful, however, to have this much interaction with all of you for however brief the time is. This is the most I've gotten to talk, and it is nice not to have had to skulk about inside of my various disguises.
Well, I wish you luck getting rid of your curse.
They will rapidly back off. The instant that it's not necessary to be next to you, they will back off.
Well, it was a pleasure working with you, Slodar. Atreus says as he's trying to also, I guess, distance himself from the guy
Mhm.
out of respect to his powers.
You'll become a fine monster hunter, I'm sure. Perhaps when you get the chance, you can use those powers for hunting down the supernatural as well. There are plenty of those various beasts that haunt the lands.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
With that, they will go ahead and use their action of nary a goodbye. Word of recall.
See you.
Indeed.
Walter's still throwing a tantrum, but they're kind of calmed down at this point. They're sleeping.
Wait, they're throwing a tantrum and sleeping at the same time?
Yeah, parts of them are like moving, like they're dreaming. You can see that like the little legs are just like waving around. But you're looking at it, looks like the wood on the frame of the house is like bulging in and out as if they're breathing.
Oh, interesting.
Right. Guess we either start investigating for. Well, I guess first we probably should start asking Davian some questions about
Yeah.
the layout.
So,
See if there's
I
any
guess,
sort of secret entrance, hidden
yeah,
entrance,
we should
or
ask
any
him
chink in the
about
armor.
that. And should we have other contingencies in place for when we have to fight Strahd? Like I was talking about earlier, let's get rid of all the allies, all of his allies that we know of.
Well, I
To
mean,
start.
we could always get around to doing that when we're storming the castle, or I guess go making our way through the castle.
No, I mean like, well, we have Lasaga for instance. Um, he
Oh.
probably have some other allies that are still around in Barovia, and we should get rid of them so that we don't have to deal with them if we have to storm the castle.
Aside from all the vampires that are in the castle.
Yeah. Well, those
Oh,
are
we-
right next to Castle Ravenloft, so we can take care of those when we actually get there. But I'm talking
Yeah,
about like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
We killed all the
Other-
vampires in the village of Barovia. I don't know any other potential allies Strahd may have besides Baba Lasaga.
Okay. I'll do some digging in the archive and see if there's anything else.
Give me a second, I'm checking something. Dang it, where's this thing I'm looking for? Oh, here we go. Where is this? Sorry, give me a moment, I'm checking something. Loading, loading, loading.
Please hold.
Please hold.
Please wait warmly.
Please wait while we transfer your call. Damn, Rose must have been tired falling. She fell asleep really quickly.
Yeah, they did.
Or maybe, never mind.
Where's this thing I'm looking for?
I don't know, mate.
I don't know, mate.
Matey.
Oh, This is it. Okay. Alright, I found what I was looking for. Sorry. So, you were saying what you were doing, and I was looking up something and I missed it. What's up?
Plan is to ask Davian about the chink in the armor.
And get rid of Strahd's allies that we know of.
Alright. So, in order, you head over to Davian. Alright, meeting up once again on your vineyard visit in quotation marks.
I mean, I suppose we can get there faster because we know all the secret passageways, right?
We can just teleport.
Yeah, you have enough teleportation still.
Do we?
Teleportation. It just works.
I don't know how many teleportations we have, but okay.
I think it's like, especially a bags of holding you and helmet teleportation, and then everybody who has teleportation, probably at least 5 or 6.
Okay.
You reach over to Davian and ask them over about whether or not there is an alternative entrance to the castle. Davian will tell you, well, they would think long and hard as if they're trying to remember their own schematics. And they lean in close as if they're being even more secretive than usual. I put in 1. Just 1. Just as a reassurance. I place in 1. Over on the they motion as if to indicate where the drawbridge is. On the opposite side, over the drawbridges, the castle has an overhang. Underneath that overhang is the dungeons. And inside, lifting up, the 7th pillar from the right, it can be slid open. I do not know if Strahd has ever known about it, remembers it, or even recalls it.
Mm-hmm.
They, let me see, there's actually a picture there of where that overhang I'm talking about is. Give me a moment. So we have an isometric castle Ravenloft here.
Wow.
Wow.
So, new plan. Pretend to be a carnival. Walk up the road to the Ravenloft. And then just before I cross the bridge, jump into the secret entrance. Got it?
Here we go. Got the image I was looking for. And you point over onto the right side where the you can kind of see where that overhang is, and there's like a part of it embedded in the water.
Yeah. Oh, I see, yeah.
Over on that side, opposite of the drawbridge, surrounded by the mist, there is an entrance that I left, just in case. And they kind of like start looking over at their grapes. These are the most fabulous grapes I have ever grown, saying out loud, trying not to sweat.
Can we also ask if he'd be willing to fight, like if the need arose?
I'm old. I don't know what you hope for me to do.
Did the Were Ravens already say they wouldn't fight?
Davian has not told the other Were Ravens about what's happening.
I think it's time we tell them.
can't stop you. But these were-ravens are farmers, children, agriculturalists, botanists. We know nothing of fighting.
Yeah, if they don't see if
Yeah,
they
if they
seem
don't
like
know
fighting,
anything,
then
I don't see a point. But I thought they had a few mages, but I guess
The most
Oh.
magic that we know is more of the druidic variety, helping us season the plants and keep things growing. So, unless you happen to want to give the castle a bouquet of flowers, or some fine wine, there's not much we can do.
actually,
Those would be good
It
as
may be
wedding
able-
gifts.
they actually can be for a great diversion. To keep Strahd's wife from walking
They see you considering it, Atreus. If you need wine, take as much as you'd like. We can always make. No, we can't always make more, can we? Take as much as you like for.
We'll maybe need almost all of it.
We
Um,
have
Maybe
we have quite a bit of wine already.
maybe know something about the party favors. That there's a big celebration happening at Castle Strahd.
You see their eyebrows rise as if they kind of get what you're trying to, what you're selling here. Oh, I see. A wedding. Yes, we can make preparations for a wedding. Just sign on the dotted line here. They pull out the ledger and you see that there's a cost of gold embedded on it of 100,000 gold pieces and 100% discount applied.
Nice.
Atreus just I guess yeah, he doesn't just take like a quill of feather or something and he'll sign it on that dotted
Perfect.
line.
Perfect. It will be the best wedding gifts that one has ever dreamt of. We'll begin preparations immediately. The others will be ecstatic, I'm sure.
There we go.
I'll place it on the map here that they're making wedding gifts. Or party favors, I believe is what they're called, right?
We got our distraction, boys.
Do you need clothes as well?
Every wedding gift you can think of.
if we're
I
doing
can't
the
find
wedding
them.
thing though, like Von Mission said earlier, what are we gonna do about the lack of weapons?
No, I don't think we're actually. I think this is mostly just.
Alright, this is just a distraction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
well-
the distraction.
We'll accompany the
Okay.
wedding gift convoy and then slip away into the secret entrance.
Do we
We
need
can have
to?
disguises. I mean, it gets us there without being seen.
Well, whatever the case is, we have our distraction, so that we can make our way towards that secondary entrance that he had just so nicely provided us.
Mm-hmm.
And so now what?
I think probably going in order to see if there's any thing you have to tell any of the various people. So you talk to Davian about these party favors. You easily can make it over to the werewolves if you would like to tell them anything.
I guess yeah, we probably should update them on the plan.
Can we quickly check Valaki real quick? Is Watcher back yet?
It has not been even a day since they have gone
Oh.
since you last checked.
Okay.
You're making the most out of today, basically. You're like, we got 6 teleports, we're using them all.
Yep.
Alright, so just to be clear, this is the plan that you were telling your allies is this wedding distraction into you all sneaking into the back to the castle.
Yes.
Alright.
I guess since the werewolves
it-
are more the fighting type, it probably helps if they also sneak into the castle with us.
I mean, God knows we're not gonna be able to
Wait,
get into it.
I thought we said we weren't doing this sneaking thing.
We're not sneaking. We're more storming the second entrance. Or
Okay,
at
we're
least that's-
storming the second entrance.
Yeah.
When we get inside, what is the goal? Are we getting Irina out, or are we?
I mean, if it leads to the dungeons and the
That sounds
sword is in the dungeons, maybe we try and find the sword.
We
Yeah, I
could,
mean,
uh,
we're gonna have several days because we're gonna do this 3 days prior. So
we
we'll
could
have
also
time.
split up too.
As long as Strahd doesn't actually know we're inside the castle, I don't think we're affected by the castle's effects. Or at least most of them.
At least the vague details seem intent enough that you could talk to the werewolves about it. To which, when you tell good old Kirill about it, they're like, "What?" They look over at Sarisa, who they've been in contact with fairly regularly. This is serious, yes?
The best we've got so far.
Simply assaulting the castle is going to be probably far too troublesome, especially now that we know the particular details of the castle.
Sarita still doesn't look too happy with the plan.
I'm gonna have to call back in that bird tailor. We need clothes. Huh.
Wait, the werewolves aren't gonna be part of the wedding. They're just because Strahd won't want to see them there, so they don't need that.
Alright, so they're just joining you over inside of the stealthy part.
Yeah, is that what you were saying, Atreus?
Yes. Since
Alright.
they're more the combat type, there's
Yeah,
entirely
'cause
no
Strahd
need
doesn't
for
like
them.
them anyway, so.
Perfect. I will inform the others about this then. We'll try getting some sort of camouflage going.
We could dress them like grandmothers or something.
See, I'm all for like dressing up in like hooded robes and setting.
Also,
to the castle.
Sarisa still wants to figure out a way to mimic the magic that they have around their cage.
Oh yeah, could you add that, right? I think they were still investigating that last time you gave it to them. They did like a week and it's been like 2 days.
Has it only been that short of a time? I thought I've been doing it for a while though.
Yeah, not that much time has passed in the past couple of sessions, to be fair.
Okay, when did I say it? Because I thought
Okay,
I said
'cause-
it after we went to Mount Gakis.
Let me put it this way. 2 days ago, you arrived over here. That was 5 sessions ago.
Yeah.
Time has been going
But-
very slowly for a hot minute. I think you talked about the anti-magic thing after you found Phil's thing, which was, I think, on the same day that you went to Argenvil's Hall, even.
Wait, I don't think I talked about the same day I went to Phil's thing.
At least that was my understanding, was that you found information about the anti-magic stuff inside of Phil's library that you were searching for.
Oh, you're talking about, okay. Wait. What did we even find out from that? I kind of forgot. I have to check notes.
Blueprints or documents, I believe, about their tower.
Yeah.
And that's what you brought over to the werewolves, asked them to look into it, and then on the same day, Argenvolsholt happened, and it's been 2 days.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah.
I am in agreement with this timeline.
Yeah, these sessions have just been going very slow because the combat took up 3, and then the past 2 days have been, or past 2 sessions have been going about. Alright, the werewolves are working on camo. Do you talk to the abbot about anything going on here?
Abbott should just be right. Oh shit! What do we do about him? I guess we can ask him to be part of the distraction along with the Werewolves. I think that's their easiest way to get into the castle.
Wait.
How are those people
don't-
looking now that Seal has worked on them?
It has been 2 days.
Oh, we're here. Okay. I was a bit confused.
Give them a little time.
Hurry the fuck up!
So you're going to try convincing the abbot to be with the Were-Ravens as part of this wedding?
think the abbot can do a very good job of not being crazy.
I don't think you can either.
I mean, we could always get him to like be part of a different storm the castle plan. Like, oh, if things don't go well, storm the castle.
So like kind of like a signal of like if commotion happens at the castle, then the abbots take that as the sign from the Morning Lord.
Yeah.
I'm down
All
for that.
right, yeah. Any conversation we have with the abbot has to be through Fenrir.
Yeah.
Why through Fenrir? Because the whole Morning Lord BS.
Because Fenrir was the one who convinced him with his never failed deception.
And
Right.
and righteous piety, thank you.
You reach over to the morning to the abbot there. It is good to see you again. Things have been going well here inside the village, which we've named Fenrilia.
Nice.
Though it is a
And the
temporary predicament, you have helped bring us the salvation we sought, and for that we all are in your everlasting gratitude. I look forward to crushing Strahd's skull in with my mace.
Oh my.
You say with his face?
Mace.
Mace.
Oh, mace. His humor.
With religious fervor and confidence, I would like to explain to him the plan and the signal.
What does that religious fervor sound like, out of curiosity?
It sounds like it's 5 a.m. and I don't want to wake my.
How detailed do you go into about the wedding details, or is it just kind of like
I'd say we're running like. See, I'm not fully clear on what the plan is, so I don't know what details to give.
We're gonna have a
Unreal.
killer time.
But I'll phrase it as like, we're going up for some like, or what we're doing first is like a precursor activity, but the real Holy Crusade will be afterwards.
like an after party? Got it.
Exactly.
Perfect. I shall await, and when the signal is given, I shall move in and smite all those that would oppose. Alright, they have been convinced to be the backup. While you're communing with them, you see some spiders trying to get your attention. Sarisa on the ground. They're just like crawling on Xenia's feet.
She picks them up.
Alright. They're just like motioning over to Seal's cave.
Okay. I'll open up a mental link with her and ask her what's up first.
No. Get over here.
Okay. Wow, rude.
And
Does anyone want to come with?
sure, why not?
You're
No,
led
it's-
over. You're led over to the cave, where like it's pitch black at first. Some of you in dark vision can see for a bit, and then as you enter a bit, it's like the lights turn on, and there Asil is inside of a dress weave out of webs. It's incredibly formal looking, as a lot of the were spiders seem to have some too. I've been listening in. We're dressed for the occasion. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Bless.
Oh no.
So you're just gonna try and keep it as neutral face as she can and ask her, so what convinced you? Was it the wedding or the fact that you actually might die?
I've never passed up the chance for a party like this.
Oh god.
Besides, you need more guests than simply the ravens, don't you?
I suppose that's true. Very well.
Alright, all of you get back to work. We still have more to do. You just like literally just rip the dress off and everybody just gets back to spinning.
Nice.
Phil's library is not too far away. Would you like to try going back to it?
Sure, we might as well see if we can dig up any extra information.
Right. You head over to that lake area. and find where the demiplane is. As you enter in, the door to the library has a note on it that says, "Sorry, we're closed." On closer inspection, who has the highest investigation?
I definitely do
Me.
You look
I think
over
it's-
at this
I think
door.
it's Diana, but
Oh,
not sure.
they're asleep, I think.
I don't know.
Goodbye.
My
Oh,
height
Right.
is plus 15. for
Oh, plus
investigation.
15. Do we got a beating on plus 15?
That beats Diana's as far as I can tell.
Oh wait, really? I
Alright.
thought Diana was like. I thought she made another super investigation character.
All right.
I have
Oh,
23.
Orb of Sorrow
Nice.
kind of trumps whatever I can do, I think.
Cabal and Teresa, you both look over at this door. As you get closer, yes, it becomes apparent. This door is painted on the wall.
If Rose were here, I would contact Viri. But since she's not, I don't know what else to do. Is there any hints to where the demiplane might have teleported to? Or might have gone? Might have-
There doesn't seem to be anything of the sort that seems to stand out now.
Okay. I probably check back later when Rose is awake then.
There's a few individuals here who may be worth updating.
Oh yeah, we should take Isaac along with us.
Oh,
He owes a
Illian
favor.
could do another tutoring session to make some money before he dies.
Oh yeah, Isaac,
I'll
right?
I'll go ahead and inform Yevgeny too.
I don't know if I want to tell the Baron. I don't trust him.
Probably
the
not
Baron.
worth it.
But we do want his henchmen.
That's true. We do want his henchmen.
Why you guys ponder that? I do tell Yevgeny.
I want the other Were Raven dude, the priest guy who was an idiot and tried to sacrifice the Lockins under the sea.
Atreus will inform him that he found Sloldar, but he will not go into the details as to the Slow or his true nature, or him being an actual von Richten.
Alright, we'll do this left to right then. Starting with Milovage over here. Were Raven Jerk, as you called them. They see you approaching, and they barely acknowledge your presence, as they just kind of very lightly nod. So they continue sweeping around the church grounds. Ava looks just as pristine as ever.
Teresa needs to recast that spell. The thing that preserves your body.
You notice that they've been preserved.
Oh, okay. This is fine.
Milovage doesn't even say so much as hi, just acknowledge that you're there.
I already told him about this whole thing, right? I'm pretty sure I did. He was like, yeah.
About the demiplane stuff, yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask him if he will help.
I'll add saying I'll help him repent of his sins if he helps us.
Is this the deception check?
Not gone. No, this is genuine.
We're all trying to deceive without trying to deceive.
Make that persuasion check, Finro.
Ah, shit.
You
I
should
feel
have
like
been
I
lying.
have advantage on these. I swear I've got something that helps with this.
Pretty
You know what?
good.
Doesn't
I don't
matter.
think it matters.
That's a pretty good roll. Repent, you say?
And then he'll kind of like, as he's saying repent, he'll kind of like glance towards Ava as he does so. You know, your fault, my guy. Out of character.
Do they need an officiant?
Do they need a what?
An
Oh.
officiant.
I'm not sure, but we were just planning for you to join the Ravens, the other Were Ravens.
I see.
That's okay with everyone else.
I mean, fine by
Yeah.
me. Really sell the wedding party.
I'll be there.
All right.
That's nice. And then
Who else
we'll go
should
away.
we recruit? Isaac, I guess.
Left to right, so Isaac's up next. Or the Baron, rather. Knock, knock. Open up the door, it's real. It's the Baron Vargas.
All will be well, sir.
All will be well! I trust that you have gotten to enjoy the latest festivity.
We have. It's been very exciting in your town since we've got here. Festival after festival, there's never a dull moment.
That's what I like to hear. You know how to flatter me.
I wanted to ask you about that offer you proposed a while back. I'd like to hire Isaac temporarily for a little mission in a few days.
Of course! Isaac, you heard them. Isaac, walks from outside of the side of the door frame where they were just standing.
So
It's
reason
kinda-
we'll tell him that we'll come grab Isaac in a few days, but it's just a heads up for him, just in case he wanted to prepare anything.
Excellent.
The
I'll
Baron
get
is a very busy man.
my security detail ready to make up for Isaac. Isaac makes up for more than 20 men easily. You will find them most well.
How impressive.
Wow.
As we leave.
Has there been any changes in Isaac's physical appearance?
Recently? No, they seem
Yeah.
they look the same.
I don't know about his weird demon thingy thing.
Scowl man.
Just so that way it's clear, is Isaac on which side is Isaac going to be with? The backup assault, the wedding party, or your stealth mission?
Can I see how good he is at sneaking? Can I evaluate?
They are about as subtle as a brick.
Okay.
As subtle as me.
So okay. Well, if I mean,
They're as subtle as me, and I'm basically with the.
yeah. I mean, if Atreus is with the stealth party, I guess it doesn't matter who else we bring, right?
Yeah.
We could just say
So-
the guard for the wedding party. Lots of dangerous things on the road.
We do
I
want to
mean,
protect
we-
the wedding party. I don't know
Yeah,
how
but
tough
it's
this
kind
one
of
is.
weird that Isaac would be there because the Baron is like vehemently against Strahd. So
Yeah, but like Isaac.
Then he'll be better for the backup because the
Yeah, I
abbot is
think-
also really against
yeah,
Strahd.
that's what I'm saying. He's better for the backup, not like someone that we place directly in with the wedding group.
Yeah, I'd say he's with the backup if possible.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, we'll say
The
that
more-
for now. We can probably change later.
All right, the abbot and Isaac. What a combination.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna tell like the Baron, we have like a mission, a dangerous mission. I'm not gonna tell him what it's about.
I trust that Isaac will be serviceable. They listen to every order you have to the exact specification. Or at least they will. Isaac, you will, won't you? Isaac? Yes. There we go. That's when you know they're serious.
I trust that I won't be disappointed. Thank you, Baron.
Hey, should you go ahead and inform me of Genny about this? You don't tell him that Slodar is von Richten, but then who do you tell him Slodar is? That you just found him and that you're just like, it's actually a disguised person who I can't tell you about.
No, more like oh yeah, I found Von Richten, by the way. He's all right, but I can't really disclose where he is right now.
He wants to be alone,
Yeah, something like that.
reflecting on life.
Oh, I see. More of a man of the wild, I guess. They always did kind of strike me as the kind of person that didn't like being around us folks too much. I get it.
I wouldn't say that, but yeah. Anyways, either way, good to know that he is all right. Don't know we'll see him anytime soon. Hopefully soon.
I like that fella. I'm glad that they're doing well. The berries out there in the wild are easy enough to live off of.
Atreus just nods. Yeah, and so now about the other thing, as of more recent news about our current life and world. Now, gonna have to get real with you here, and Atreus will discuss to them the current plan. About,
Yeah, this is just one twist after another. First you tell me that the end of the world is happening, and then you have to tell me that I have to attend a wedding, which is also like the end of the world.
I suppose it's you don't actually have to attend if you don't want to, but the more we sell it, the better, the easier it becomes.
I'm in. What else am I going to do? I'll bring the beer.
I like your way of thinking. It's such a shame that won't be on this side though.
Bringing the beer.
Thinking, how large is the Baron's force?
Force, like you
Like
see that they
his
have they have a lot of
militia,
maids.
or-
They have a lot of maids, and the maids seem to be their predominant fighting force of sorts. They look, they're very much out of your. You are very much out of their league, right? Like these maids are probably like reasonably strong, but you could probably wipe the floor with them.
Okay, so the Baron doesn't actually have there's no Velaki army? Like, what about all the guards and stuff?
Yeah, they have guards positioned around the city, right? They have the ones positioned over there, and they have their enforcers who patrol the streets occasionally. But most of the time, Isaac does most of the heavy lifting. They probably have about a total guard patrol at any one time of about 30 active at once, with probably another 60 inactive in the wings based on the shift.
Okay. Do we need the Baron's army, you guys think?
Given that when we last spoke to the soldiers, they were like not really watchful, quite incompetent sounding. I wouldn't have thought so. I think they'd all
Okay.
die to like a burning hands.
I mean, if they did, that's one less spell slot to deal with, right?
I mean, yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to convince
You guys
him.
are harsh. What the heck?
Dang.
I
Jeez.
feel like they just get killed by the trash mobs.
Yeah,
Trash mobs.
they're like worse than a trash mob.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'd love to have our own trash mobs, but I think we may just be needlessly throwing away lives.
Yeah, that's
Let's
fine.
not needlessly throw away lives.
Exactly.
Okay, is there anyone else?
It's no fun. It's no Blinsky.
All right, Blinsky still wants stuff from the castle. Well, he's gonna have to wait.
Hey, he can go get it. Now, that's his chance.
I'd like to offer Blinsky a business opportunity.
You enter the store as Blinsky begins to recite what they always do.
Hello, toy maker. It's been a while.
Yes, they continue speaking through the entire speech that they memorized. They're clearly straining their head to do so,
Oh,
but they get through it.
Fenrir will wait till it's done.
Alright, they are finished. What can I do for you?
You want children to be happy, right?
Don't you dare hurt Blinsky.
I'm not hurting him, shaking him down. There's a
Are
difference.
you gonna tell him that the teddy bear he liked is dead?
No, I'm not gonna say that. That might hinder the gold opportunities. Basically, I'd just like to explain to him that the children of the city of Kresk are in much need of toys, and we can help connect his toy shop to them for a fee, of course.
Whiskey's so happy. Blinker is ready. When does Winksy start?
Well, if you make the toys and give the payment up front, I can establish a connection for you and the people of Kresk.
Oh, this sounds very exciting. Whiskey, we'll do this. How much? You see that they have a bag of gold ready to go.
How heavy does the bag of gold look?
They probably got a few thousand, but you can tell that they probably have more.
For you, Blinsky, I'll give you a good offer. 8,000 gold.
Whiskey accepts. They give you 8,000 gold. Whiskey is so happy to have opportunity. Whiskey will start immediately.
Thumbs up.
Teresa with you by any chance?
I mean, given that Fenrir knows that like most people in the party like Blinskin might object to this, he'll like probably just go himself. Like
Okay.
he wouldn't
Won't
object
even
to be
tell
followed.
Teresa about it.
I mean, nothing would stop you from following, but he probably just wouldn't announce it that he's going to try and shake down the toy maker in a nice way.
She'll be outside watching with much amusement.
I need to go to bed. Is there anything else that's like important things can happen?
Yeah,
Let me
Alien's
see.
gonna get into combat by himself.
Shit.
With Blinsky?
Whiskey? Oh no!
Shit.
Leave him alone.
Let me see.
If something important happens, ping me. I can get out of bed. Okay. Good night.
1v1. 1v1. I'm joking.
Yeah, I kind of just woke up too.
Yeah, we noticed.
We
Wait,
noticed.
Really?
Yeah, you were
Yep.
snoring.
Oh, of course I was. That's great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
No.
No problem. Glad to help.
Dang.
Sorry about that.
It's
That's
alright. You stopped quite quickly, to be fair.
I'm a snorer. What can
Yeah.
I say?
You only snored for like half an hour.
No.
I don't actually know how long it was.
Alright.
Actually,
I like immediately passed out. Like no joke.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was kind of interesting because you were talking to Von Richten like 5 minutes prior, and then suddenly you're snoring.
You know me, like
Yeah.
I have this amazing ability to fall asleep on command. Like the second
Nice.
I like decide it is no longer time to be awake, I'm asleep.
No, that's the best.
Yeah.
I
It
wish I
is,
could
but
do
it's
that.
also kind of a problem because like I fall asleep everywhere. Like my classroom, a
Are you
bus.
flexing on us?
Like
Are you
no,
flexing on us?
Yeah,
That sounds
she,
like a
literally a
flex.
problem.
yeah,
Are you
she's
flexing? Are
flexing.
you
Dude,
flexing
someone's
on?
mad.
Are you flexing on Wiz right now?
Oh.
Yeah.
Rude.
Wow, that's uncalled for. That's uncalled.
I have the opposite problem with sleep too much. My life is too good.
Dang.
Sorry.
Alright, who are we shaking down in this place?
Well,
Who else do we need to shake down?
Everyone.
Maybe that guy's muscling. Maybe he'll help us.
There's not too many people inside of here. You got the one at the tavern. You got your trainee recruit who has been diligently doing your training exercises. You got Doru, who is now not weird, and Father Donovich.
Oh no, let's not do that to them. Come on, they gotta deal with enough vampires. They deserve to relax at this point.
It can be part of the wedding, lol.
Yeah, you basically tell them to be a part of a wedding of vampires in a castle
with
full
that?
of vampires.
I mean,
What's
yeah,
wrong
that's what we
with
told everyone else.
Vampires are people too.
Haha.
Vampire life matter.
Atreus will adamantly refuse inviting them to the party. Just let them relax. They deserve it.
Fair. We'll go back to training Ismark.
Is there nobody from the village to invite them? Just leaving the village alone?
I want to invite Nameless.
Is it Nameless level 3?
I guess.
Crazy.
Nameless is still. I think I did
Level
level up.
4.
I leveled up Nameless on my Excel sheet in case I decide to bring them back, but
You'd have to unlevel them up.
Yeah.
Aw.
It turns out that yeah, unless your character is coincidentally joining the party, they tend to stay at whatever level they last were.
Yeah.
So Nameless could join the wedding, right? I'm sure they could attach to someone's shadow.
Nameless
Wait, there's
can
Probably die.
attach somewhere.
All
It'll
right,
be fine. We'll just cast Resurrect. It'll be okay.
all right. Nameless is part of the wedding crew now.
You know, you can revive Misk and add him to the wedding crew.
Yeah, let's do it.
Wait, very welcome.
Oh yeah, very
Yeah,
much.
let's add Rose's entire zoo of characters.
Well, that's it.
A
That's literally
zoo.
secure.
I mean, Bologna didn't die either.
I she's dead to me.
Wow.
Wow.
Monks not named Saga are just dead to Rose.
Speaking of, Saga almost died, so
That's true.
Oh god.
Saga was almost dead to Rose.
I should request to kill Saga. Kidding.
What the fuck?
Hey, Aqua was really trying last session. Give him some credit.
Yeah.
You really did try. Like...
Yeah, Rose almost got sucked into a black hole that just caused instant death fails.
Wow.
Yeah, I had all my HP, but it kept death failing me. Like, it was insanity.
welcome to the tomb. All the NPCs throughout the land are being invited to attend this wedding.
Wait, if
That
we're
is-
telling everyone, then we have to tell the Baron, right?
Sorry.
Oh, I meant the
I
meant your the you know,
Entourage.
entourage of not dead PCs, who I assume, unless otherwise specified, will. Oh, let me bring them all in. Oh wait, that one's dead. Where's Fury?
Honestly, should I just like bring Viri in for the final fight? I feel like she deserves to be there.
You're
Cause
just gonna retire Diana for the last
Yeah.
section of the game.
Or them.
yeah,
Interesting.
I'm
I don't know
kidding.
about that.
Try so hard.
But I have an emotional attachment to Viri. Like, I feel like she needs to be there.
She can be there, but you know, she doesn't
Just
Yeah,
necessarily
level
have to be
can she-
playing.
Yeah,
All
can
right.
she be there but like not do anything? Is that fine?
All right, here's what we got. Oh wait, Io and Sonic are not actually there, huh? They're currently in a gem.
Aww. We find a way
I
to
can't-
release them post haste, so they can be there.
Who the fuck
You do
is
have to,
getting
yeah.
married, yo?
All right, Vasily. Dead as usual.
Oh yeah.
Who's getting married?
Alright, I'll invite Calyx.
Oh yeah,
No
you
one's
were
answering
asleep,
me.
huh?
He won't do
Yeah.
anything either.
You really don't know about the plan at all.
Okay, who would like to tell them about what's
Jackson.
going on?
We are inviting everyone that we know that's on our side to a pseudo wedding, while we, the party, sneak into a back door in Castle Ravenloft, and we will also have an army of other people on hold and ready to fight.
But who
I know.
are we marrying?
Who do you think we're marrying?
I don't know.
I mean, I have ceremony. I can marry anyone.
Marrying Andraste and Teresa.
We're
Okay.
basically crashing Strahd's wedding with our own wedding.
We're
Inside of his
marrying
castle.
Fenrir and Linnea. Oh wait.
That is so rude. Like,
Bethlehem.
holy shit.
We can revive Linnea. Wait, what is preventing us from reviving Linnea, actually?
Being inside of Andraste. I believe.
That
But
probably
she's
would
not
do it.
alive anymore, right? Andraste absorbed her powers. She didn't absorb, like, Linnea's soul, right?
You want to be the one to cast true
I-
resurrection?
There's
Yeah,
also
would
no
be-
body, is there?
Yeah.
Oh
need
yeah,
a
there's no
res-
body.
You want to be
I'll
the
be
one to cast true
resurrection
resurrection?
I mean, if I could, I would do it,
Not illegal if they don't
but
find
I
the
don't.
body.
I don't think I can. Yeah.
I was going to ask like if there was a way to undo it like post.
Are we gonna have
campaign?
a funeral for Linnea or not? Are we just gonna be like, oh, this person died? We're too busy.
I mean, if
I really wish
Andraste
I had
dies,
used normal beef for those meatballs.
if Andraste dies, maybe you could revive Linnea by trying to find a piece of Linnea inside. I don't know.
I gave Linnea a funeral. or
Oh.
like move their remains somewhere in Argynvost.
Oh yeah, I remember you doing that.
So Ira's not joining the wedding, even though they're not working presumably on the day that the actual wedding will happen, or are they wide and far still even diligently then working?
He's like, do you know how many orders he's got to make?
Ira's
Mail
busy.
always got to be delivered.
Yeah, like
Interestingly
you know?
she
enough,
got
I feel like Alien has an even more vested interest in making sure that everything stays live because he has a coffee business to run.
Rain, hail, sleet, or snow.
like I
Sleep or
literally will
coffee.
set a little tent up. Where is it?
Oh yeah, Hafner's dead. I was just looking through the inactive characters to see if there's anybody else missing. You know, I feel like
Well,
Mask would be the kind of person to join a wedding.
What about my inactive character? Oh wait, I don't have any.
Wow.
I'm the only OG.
And Joss stays OG.
Yeah, if he's
That's
not
all.
just-
Fenrir's an OG.
yeah, technically Fenrir's OG.
Yeah. Technically.
Technically.
You know, take the wins, right?
I meant as I'm the only one without a side character.
You know. Oh wait, hold on. Ah, this
Feel,
one doesn't have a
like
token.
better than us or something. Like,
Yeah, are you
what?
flexing
Yes.
on us?
Yeah, they're flexing. Look at that. What a jerk. Jerk.
I don't think
Wait.
Cabal has any.
Yeah,
Cabal
Cabal.
does
Cabal's
have
also
a-
a no.
Oh wait, no,
Cabal-
wait.
He has Victor.
Yeah, Cabal has a standing by minion that is willing to die.
Just seeing if there's anybody else.
that weird. image
Actually,
there.
there's no way that Leo would join that wedding party.
Who?
Thinking about it.
Leo. What he said. I don't know who it is, but
Leo's dead, isn't he?
No, he never died.
They
I
technically
mean, I thought
just
you guys
kind of
said that.
He
just
transcended
pooped.
existence.
Yeah, he transcended existence.
they kind of ascended, yeah, which isn't really dying when you think about it. You know, we all kind of transcend existence a little bit sometimes. It happens.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
You know what?
Crossroads
I'm
kills
about
the
to
entire party.
transcend existence. Can I go to bed?
You just took a nap for like an hour and a half. What do you need to go to bed for?
I'm so tired. Okay, to be fair, it's not can I go to bed? Because yes, I can. May I?
You're the teacher. Who are you asking? You're the superintendent.
The free
Peter.
country.
I don't know. Can you?
I
hate it
think-
when teachers do that to us.
that's why I do it to my students. No, I don't. So, let me see. I think there's only 2 matters of import over the next few days to handle then, unless somebody has something else that they needed to talk with anybody about or do.
Yes, I still need to figure out an ability to upgrade.
Oh yeah, there's
But-
that.
I have to do that as well.
Watcher's not here though.
Watchers at the castle.
Watcher's gonna like turn on us and kill all of us.
You think they would do that?
I don't think
There's
they
the
want
castle
to
I
do
don't
that.
know. I mean, they were on side to begin with.
They don't want to
feel
do
like-
that, but something's probably gonna happen.
They were
Wow.
I
on
feel
our
like
side.
I was preemptively like, did this. I just need to pick what it is because you already agreed.
Alright, so, barring anything preventing it, you all finish up your long social battles here and have a long rest. 8 days remain. And since it doesn't seem that there's much else left, barring any kind of prevention, you would have another long rest. We're just going to have the questions for the Tomo Strahd, if you had any to ask, just kind of bundled up to retroactively ask if necessary.
So wait, can I actually not get a buff from the Watcher?
It's 8 days remaining and they are not back yet.
God damn it. Alright.
once I've attuned or
Well,
like done those books-
if two long rests have gone through, that means two people have at least read through the book.
Correct.
Yeah,
So
it was
who
me
was
and
it
then
next?
her.
I don't think it really matters.
I'll take it. I have something I'd like to ask the book.
All right, Fenrir, you finish your 24 hours reading through the life of Strahd inside the book. You may ask
I'll
questions
read that.
using it.
Cool. Will do. Soon, TM.
Soon.
You said soon
Can I save
DM,
up my
not-
archive questions because I don't remember what I need to ask?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot that could be retroactive for that in terms of questions, which we'll have handled all at once. So that would mean, hold on.
What about this magic field mimicry?
Also, I think if we're pretty much done with most of the stuff, and a lot of it can be sort of retroactive, I might also head to sleep.
All right, then we will handle the final bit of the session starting next session instead.
Oh yeah, and I need to roll my wish as well. One before.
What did you wish for?
Happiness.
More
Damage,
wishes.
damage immunity.
Ugh.
Oh fuck. Okay, well, no more wishes, XD.
All right, Fenrir, as reality warps around and provides you with an immunity to a damage. The forces of the cosmos prevent you from ever using wish again.
Well, it's fine. I've already got the first wish dealt with.
Feels bad, man.
Does anyone
That
want
puts-
a ring of wishes? It's got one wish in it. It's got one out of three.
I will take it. I mean, if you don't want it.
Sick. Actually, wait. Can I sell it back to the scorpion? thing?
No.
Absolutely not. Okay, well, I guess that's a good ending point right there, as Fenrir, 1 week remains, and there are only a very, very few number of things that must happen before we'll probably, I think, have castle stuff happen starting next session, then, but likely by the looks of it. Cool. Thank y'all for joining.
Thank you.
Alright, catch y'all later.
Catch you on the
Bye.
flip side.